don't think so. I don't like that. No.
You asked me to create music for your podcast, but what is it?
She Asks is a podcast about a featured comedian or entertainer, who they are before they get on stage. Try another song. Hi there, my name is Barbara Wheel. Welcome to She Asks. This is a work in progress, and I wanted to try asking my guest written questions. I asked Phil Luzi to introduce himself, what he does for a living, who inspires him, what he's most proud of, and what his preparation is before a show. He had some fantastic answers.
My name is Phil Luzi. I'm from Stony Creek, Ontario. It's a little city right next to Hamilton. Not Hamilton, it's Stony Creek, but it's beside Hamilton. I'm a comedian, I'm a writer, and a producer. I also direct, and that's what I do for a living. For a living, I wake up, I write during the day for some TV shows that are yet to be produced. I write with my comedy partner, Sandra Battolini. And at night, I either do stand-up or I perform shows that we produce together, like the Sal and Sandy show that happens at the Lot Comedy Club in Toronto, or the Bongalong show that happens at the Underground Comedy Club. I also produce live comedy tapings. It's called Dope Live Comedy Tapings, and I produced comics like Precious Chong, Tommy Chong's daughter, and Mike Rita, who's an up-and-coming amazing comic with Yuck Yucks. Sandra Battolini, I've directed her in her solo show. So I try to keep my finger in a whole bunch of different things, and I work with a lot of comics. The podcast we do is called The Spam Show, and I host it with Mark DeBonis and Sandra Battolini, and we have amazing guests every week, and a new episode's released every Friday after lunch. I'm most proud of the community of comics that I hang around with. I'm most proud of the ability that we have as a community to make people laugh, and I'm most proud of the fact that people keep coming out to see us because it feels good and it's amazing, and I love Toronto comedy. It's the top-notch comedy scene happening in the entire world. Who inspires me? I think people like people who are close to me. Like, I can't think of any celebrities that inspire me because it's like, I don't know. I only know about celebrities what I read about them in newspapers. I don't follow any of them on Twitter. I don't really like pay attention to their movements or like what shows they're doing. But the people in my own community, like Sandra Battolini, like Mark DeBonis, like Mike Rita and Garrett Jameson, like these funny fucks who just make me laugh and make me think and make me want to write. I love going to watch Toronto comedy for that specific reason. That's who inspires me, my fellow comedians in the city of Toronto. This is a great question. The question is, before you go on stage, do you have a ritual? And the answer to that is, before I go on stage, I totally have a ritual, especially if I'm doing a show with Sandra Battolini. We do a couple of yoga breathing exercises, breath of fire, and ego eradicator. And we also do a 1, 2, 3. It's a total theater thing, but we get pumped. And there are certain like rituals I do. Even when I'm not performing with Sandra, I still do breath of fire, still do ego eradicator. I know it sounds strange, but it gets your blood pumped and it calms you down at the same time. I can't describe it. If you want to know the secrets, I can maybe tell you one day, but that's, you asked the question, I'm giving you the answer.
Excellent answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barbara.
I would like to thank Sean Peaver for the music. I'd like to thank the technical crew of Podalmighty and all the guests of She Asks. I would also like to thank Netflix for being our sponsor. Netflix.com/Podalmighty.